Good morning and welcome to Coffee Grind Gossip with Crystal. As I get the coffee started here, I'm going to talk about the shenanigans that's going on with Etsy. I'm sure you've heard the downfall. I'm going to be as transparent as possible about why people meaning sellers, has left Etsy, including me. All right, let's talk about it. Whew. Good morning. Hello. Before I get into the subject about the issue that's going on with Etsy, I want to let you know before I come on here with my commentary, just know I do my research and investigation. So when I heard about the situation with Etsy, they're shutting down people's stores, suspending people's store. I'm like, what? Wait, when all this happened? I used to sell on Etsy probably back in 2014, and I was only on Etsy probably maybe about 6 months. I did okay, didn't sell a lot, but what I noticed over the years as Etsy grew, their narrative changed. In my opinion, the reason why most people have left Etsy is not because the customer service is horrible, because it is. It's hard to talk to a human, but in my opinion, this is just my opinion, because I've watched a lot of videos, a lot of content creators talk about how their stores got suspended, got flagged. I'm like, what the heck is Etsy going on? It's like David and Goliath out here in these streets. But Etsy, to me, has pretty much abandoned the actual handmade art. It was supposed to have been a platform for sellers to sell their handmade items. That's why I joined so many years like I did. I had a couple of things I sold on there for my mom too, because excuse me, y'all didn't hear that belch, did you? But let me start out with my three reasons why a lot of people left Etsy. And the store suspension, I'll get into that, because the reason why people are waking up and logging on and finding out that their stores have been suspended is because they violated the intellectual property policy, which means if you copyright, if you're selling copyright stuff, items, come on now, that's a red flag. They will get you. But let's start with the three reasons first. Okay, this is just my take on it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so my main reason for leaving Etsy is because originally Etsy's supposed to have been a platform for handmade artists, sellers to, sell their handmade items. And what I think happened as Etsy got bigger and bigger to the status where they're up there with Amazon and eBay, whatever. I even heard people saying that, hey, China might have their hand in Etsy. I don't know that for sure. I'd rather do my investigation and research before I come on here and give you guys the 411 on that. But originally, they're supposed to be for handmade artists. I'm starting to see more commercial products on there, including sellers that are using copywritten logos, which is probably why a lot of those shops are getting shut down with no notices. You have to be very careful with copyright policy. If you're a t-shirt seller, use your own logo, design. Don't use anything from Disney. You should know that by now. But the reason why a lot of people, content creators getting on here saying how they shop got banned because they didn't read the policy. So I'm just being transparent. If you're selling Disney or anything copyright, logos, They will get you and don't even give you a notice or anything. But a lot of sellers see other people do it and they think it's okay. And that's where the downfall. I've even, one lady said when her shop got shut down because somebody reported her. Now you got Etsy trolls, you know, looking on stalking your page to see what products that you have. And if it's similar to theirs, they're going to be in their feelings. So unfortunately, Etsy does not govern people that's selling the same item. For instance, I made jewelry. Okay, you know how many jewelry people that's on Etsy trying to sell their jewelry. Etsy does not govern how many jewelry artists. Some of the jewelry aren't even handmade, but I mean, you know, Etsy has let it get this far. So that's my commentary on Etsy. Only thing I could say is Etsy a bad place to say? No, not really. But Etsy probably only works for probably larger entities now. For the small independent artists such as myself or handmade artists, it could be a struggle because right now it's like a David and Goliath type of situation where the sellers are really, really struggling. And for some of these sellers, Etsy is their livelihood, but Etsy's not the end of the rope either. There's other platforms that you can try to sell on. My opinion, my opinion, get your own website. Why? Because you got full control when you have your own website. Selling on Etsy, of course, you understand there's 3 fees you have to pay. We already know that. But get your own website if you can, because you'll have 100% control. So I'm not going to keep you long. I just want to chime in on there. And new Etsy people and seasoned Etsy people, please watch what you sell on there, because they out here, you know, they in these streets really, really shutting down people's shops for, you know, for stuff like that. Don't even think about getting a quick response from customer service. Ain't gonna happen. It's hard to get a human to talk to, and that's all. Another thing I've was aware of, that customer service is horrible. You ain't gonna get nobody, even when you're, you know what they do, that they chat to you file your complaint. But that's all I have to say about Etsy. Well, it is what it is. It's still a good place to sell. Like I said, I'm going to be transparent, but I also want to be honest at the same time. Till then, you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.